colorless makeup. Hi people. I have been thinking a lot recently about how I do makeup. I was looking back on a lot of my old work and there's so much color, there's so much darkness, there's so much boldness, definition, and as much as I love that in makeup, I have been trying, especially on shoots and stuff, to kind of pare back, reaching for the darkest black and the brightest blue and being a bit more intentional, controlled. Anyway, I've been kind of constantly playing around with pale pinks, pale yellows, greys, like super soft, and I really enjoy it. Kind of generally approaching the makeup with a lighter hand, which I kind of got into, I feel like, a bad habit for a while of just a very intense heavy hand, and I want to chill. Still want creativity, boldness, weirdness, starkness, just in a different way. Came across this picture. The first word that came to my mind was colorless. Colorless makeup. It looks so sickly, so weird, like it really catches your attention without being very on the nose. And I just really love how soft, weird, creamy, pale it is. So let's fucking do it. I haven't sat down and put much thought into how I'm gonna do this, but I am gonna block. Should I block my brows? Hers are bleached, but she has really pale hair. I'm not gonna block my brows actually. I'm going to just do like a concealer brow. I used to do that all the time and it's a vibe, so I'm gonna do that. She just has her like foundation shade on, just a very like full coverage finish. I'm gonna mix Clown White, my mehron, and some of my foundation. This is the About Face Beauty Performer foundation. Put that onto the back of my hand. I said back of hand, but it's actually like the front of your hand. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this. Just mix them together and kind of see where we are. That is nice. I think that's a good place to start. And just scoop it all over. Really love these Morphe brushes at the minute. And they're so good. I'm gonna go over my eyes as well. I might need to go back and add some foundation just to soften it up a bit more because I didn't want it to be completely white, which it is now. But either way, it's fine. Yeah, I do want to add more foundation. I've kind of wiped that off on the back of my hand. Take a bit more of the foundation. I use the shade L1 Cool. Mix it again. I need to do the brows. Take a wee bit of the Clown White. It's like a brow brush. I think they've designed it for brow lamination, which I don't really do unless I'm blocking my brow. But I'm going to use it just like a brow comb. Some of the foundation and the mehron Clown White again. And just take that through my brows. I added more foundation so that the pinky peachiness of it cancels out the darkness of my brow hairs a wee bit. And that, yeah. Perfect! Go back and forth actually just to really get in there. Like I haven't sat down and had fun with makeup in so long because there's just been so much going on with work, which is great, but it means that I have so much admin and so much work to do behind the scenes that I can't really create as I normally do for now. I'm getting back into the swing of it now that things are settling down a wee bit. I'm always afraid that if I stop posting that people are gonna forget about me. So if you are here, thank you for being so. I hope you enjoy this moment of madness. I'm softening the edges of the brows with a clean eyeshadow brush to be soft and seamless. Be a mistake, but I want to add some depth. I'm going to use this eye paint and hope this About Face Beauty eye paint in the shade Smell Before Rain. It is a cool tone beige. I hope that it mixes with the concoction underneath, and it's a bit softer. It's still in that family of nudes, colorless-ish. Is it too dark? I'm also just going to take whatever's left on the brush and blend it underneath on the lower lash line for a bit of like freaky sort of depth. Also, the reference picture is very glossy and shiny. I want to do something matte. I want this to be pretty matte. As much as I love the gloss that they've done, I don't know, something about this is just screaming matte to me. Let's go to this Beauty Bay Daydreamer palette. I love this. I've used this once, like 2 weeks ago, and this smashed already, and I don't know what happened, but anyway. I'm gonna go into Vision, which is nude bone kind of color, and press that all over the lid. I want to set this eyeshadow in place. I want to take away any chance of creases because the foundation and the Clown White paint are very creamy, so that creases up a lot, so I'm kind of just setting that in place. I'm gonna really pack it on because I want it to be very airbrushed kind of. And one thing about a Beauty Bay shadow, it's gonna blur like that, and then underneath like this. Next, I'm gonna go into this shade Musings, which is kind of similar to Smell Before Rain, a cool toned grey, a cool tone beige, and I'm gonna keep that in my crease. Okay, the color's too similar. It's basically spot on, so I'm gonna go for Journal, which is like a slightly purpley brown, wee purple tint in it. I'm gonna put that in my crease very softly. I love this brush for getting in the crease. It's like a dome tapered flat fluffy brush, and you want to take that underneath as well. This is starting to remind me of a look I did during lockdown actually, which was inspired by Natasha Denona. If I can find it, I'll put it here. I'm gonna go back to the brush that I used the bony kind of color on and blend out the edges of Journal, the deeper purpley brown shade, just so that it is really soft and seamless. That is the focus. That's where I want to keep bringing this look back to, seamless, effortless, blended. Really hope this doesn't turn out to be a bad idea, but I'm going to take a bit of this shade in Next Chapter, which is like a very cool tone brown. Put it just in along my lower lash line, not on the waterline, just for some definition along there. Again, I'm really trying to avoid harsh lines and harsh definition, excess definition. I just realized I actually have like a nude liner. This is an ABH eyeshadow primer and color corrector. I'm just gonna warm it up because it's been very cold and everything's probably frozen over. Let's take that on the waterline. Yay! I was really scared that wouldn't work. Why wouldn't it, I guess? Freaky. I think I do want the inner corner to be even lighter, so I'm going to go back to Vision, the bone shade, and buff it around here. God, their shadows are just so good, it's actually crazy. I want to add some contour, and I'm going to use Next Chapter. This is going to look quite ghoulish, I think, on me because of my dark hair, but nothing wrong with that at all. Oh shit, I think there's some blush on this. Oh, it's fine. I don't take pictures on that side anyway. And then I'm taking some of Vision and carving out the contour a wee bit. Alright, nice, 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 nice. I am absolutely loving this. I hope it's translating. Now I'm gonna do some concealery lashes. Again, I'm gonna mix the foundation and the Klein white paint. More foundation than white paint because I want the peach to neutralize the darkness of my lashes. Don't forget the bottom as well. This worked so well as a mascara brush. Brands need to make mascara brushes like that. Like, especially for bottom lashes, that was so good. She kind of has a yellowy blush. There's a yellowy tint. I'm gonna use this shade from this Morphe palette. This is the Aurascape palette, Intuition. I have done yellow blush a few times, but more specifically this buttery custardy blush I've done on a few models and I love it. And I've been meaning to do it on myself. Isn't it gorgeous? I want to mattify my skin. Oh my god, that is so gross. Does anyone just find like star face thingies everywhere? Especially if you go to bed. Things you don't find them anywhere. When you go to bed and you wake up and they're just like, they've just disappeared into the ether. It's scary. This is the Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie powder. I really like this powder, but I really don't like how much it smells. I love when makeup has a fragrance. Like, I love when you can smell mascara, a strong lip. Like, I love when foundation has a smell. But this powder, this fragrance is like a perfume that I just don't like. But I love Huda, so dust that on all over. I'm not gonna bake or anything. I just want a nice soft matte finish. Onto the lip, I think I'm most excited for this. I'm gonna use my foundation. Actually, let's start with this as a lip liner. It's like gonna be awkwardly darker than the white base. Lip line. Then oh, that looks perfect. This spot on my lip is kind of throwing everything off, but I think it's fine. I'm just gonna soften that. And we are done. This is the final look. It came out exactly how I wanted it to, so I'm very, very happy. It's very extraterrestrial, weird, otherworldly, perfect. Thank you so much for watching.